But I couldn't get a full name, so I just started calling him Blue Jay. I called him Blue Jay because, hello, and welcome back to Braz TV. I'm your loving host, Sky, and I know, I look like crap right now. I'm looking in the viewfinder, and I'm kind of sort of thinking I'm just not recording right now. But I kind of sort of have to, because it takes a while to edit and upload along with school and just life. Anyway, so today's video, or episode, I'm going to be talking about the male spirit at my mom's house. Now, okay, so I see a lot of things, and I also get the weird feelings. I wouldn't say I'm like a psychic or a medium or, whatever you would call them. I'm just more spiritually open. I guess that's how you would say it. So, Sophie was not the first spirit that I have seen or that I have dealt with. More story times coming up soon. So I'm at my mother's house, and yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into the story. So the place was a townhouse, right? So at the bottom of the stairs, it's a little mini hallway, and this side leads to the living room, and this side leads to the kitchen area. So I'm standing right in the middle, right at the end of the stairs, and my mother and everyone else is just hanging out, conversating in the living room. So I'm eating, and at the top of the stairs, there was no hallway light. Well, there was, but it was always off. So it was very dark up there. But because the rest of the lights were on downstairs, it was enough for me to see the closet door. So I think I had chicken nuggets or something like that. I had a plate of food, just eating, watching them conversate, and I'm looking up the stairs occasionally because I can feel myself being watched. You know that when you get that strong feeling, you're like, I'm being watched right now, but I don't see anyone watching me. So I just kept looking up there, and eventually I look up there, and from my mother's bedroom, so when you go up the stairs, and like I said, there's a closet door right across from the top of the stairs, and then right here is where my mother's bedroom was. So here's the doorway. And then across is the bathroom, and then here is my bedroom. Okay? So apparently her door is open, and I just see this head just poke out the bedroom door, and I'm like, there's no one up there. And that was definitely a full-on black apparition. I couldn't see any color, no skin tone, no eyeballs, just a full-on black apparition. And so it took me a few minutes. I stood there and I was like, should I just continue eating my chicken nuggets? Or should I go up there and see what the hell that might have been? So I hand my mother my plate eventually, and I go up to her bedroom, and then I go straight to the closet. And I'm standing there, and I'm looking around, and I'm trying to see what could have possibly made a shadow like that and mess with my eyes. There was nothing there, and their lights were off. So I'm like, okay, now I know why I had that strange feeling of being watched. And then my mother comes up and she goes, what are you doing? I was like, I just saw a head poke out of your bedroom door, and I come up here and there's no one here. And she looks at me, she goes, yeah, you went straight to the closet too, didn't you? I was like, yeah. I don't know why, I was just drawn to the closet. She goes, that's where he likes to hang out. And I'm like, who's he? Like, my brother? Your boyfriend? Now ex-boyfriend. His son? Like, who? And she goes, no, the spirit. And I'm like, I thought I was getting a break from spirits, but apparently not, because they're just everywhere. Literally everywhere. So I'm like, okay. I literally just saw him. Okay, that's great. And then eventually we moved into my bedroom. We started talking about it. And I'm sitting down at the edge of my bed. And, okay, so here is my door, right? And I'll do it this way. Here's my door, okay? And then there's the hallway. You walk in, and the foot of my bed was over here, where the, oh, you can't see it. Here, where the window is, and then across was my closet door. So I'm sitting at the edge of my bed, and she's standing in front of me. We're talking about how, like, I pick up on all these random things, and sometimes it's really confusing, like I don't know where the information is coming from or who it's towards, and how I see a lot of things that I shouldn't see. And then we got to talking about him, and I, not even joking, I looked to my doorway. Now, we had the hallway light on at that time, so if anyone were to stand in my doorway, you would see like the front of them be a bit darker because the light's coming from behind. Okay? So I look over, and then he's just standing in my doorway, and I'm like, hi. Like, I didn't know what to say mentally. I was like, hey, how you doing? And then I'm describing everything that he's wearing, how tall he was, and I can see he was wearing a blue zip-up hoodie, kind of like the one I'm wearing, but blue. He's kind of more on the pale side, and he had really dark hair. I'm assuming he probably had brown eyes. I didn't really get a good glimpse at his eye color. He was pretty decently tall. He wasn't like tall, but it wasn't short, you know what I'm saying? He had a black t-shirt on, jeans, and dark sneakers. They're probably like dark brown or black. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, he was not that old when he passed away. Like, he looked like he could have been one of your guys' friends. He could have gone to school with one of you guys. And then I was thinking to myself, he's probably in his early 30s, late 20s. I said that backwards. And then all of a sudden, I just hear early 30s, and I'm like, wait, did he just tell me that? Because I've never had a spirit mentally tell me something and it came out so clear, unless they were family. You know what I'm saying? Why do I keep saying that? You probably don't know what the fuck I'm saying. And so I'm like, yeah, early 30s, blue zip-up hoodie, black t-shirt, jeans, dark shoes, dark hair. He's this tall. She goes, yep. I was like, I am on point. Okay, so I'm not just going crazy, like I really do see shit. Okay. Sometimes I kind of wish that I was just going crazy because some of the things I see are just not pleasant. But, and then she left the room, I don't know. She went to go get something, but she left my room, and he walks in, and he stands in front of me. It almost was as if, like, he was confused on the fact that I could see him, or it might have been the fact that he was allowing me to see him, and he could have just been messing with me. But he walked from my doorway in front of me where my mother was standing, and then I don't remember seeing anything else after that. I'm like, I don't even know what to say about it. I just remember sitting there and I'm like, is this actually happening? Like, I've never seen a spirit so clear in years, and the last time I saw was not a very nice one. Story time for another day when it's not so late and dark. And then I keep getting the letter J. I'm like, why do I keep getting the letter J? And so I was thinking, maybe his name starts with a J. And so my mother came back in and I was like, I'm getting the letter J. It's either his name starts with J, or it's one of your friends who passed, or family members who I just don't know, or just some random spirit who is hanging out in this place. There was a couple. She was saying how, like, yeah, there's plenty of family members that start with the letter J, but even to this day, I still have a very strong feeling that his name started with J. But I couldn't get a full name, so I just started calling him Blue Jay. I called him Blue Jay because, like I just was saying, I kept getting the letter J, and he wears a blue zip-up hoodie. So I was like, Blue Jay. Okay. So far, he's pretty chill. Pretty chill. I am so tired. My eyes are starting to burn, and I'm starting to laugh at every single little tiny thing that is not funny. It's literally... It's 12 a.m. I shouldn't be sleeping. I have school tomorrow. But the uploading schedule that I'm looking for is Monday. I need sleep. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then start all over. So I kind of have to record now if I'm going to upload anything tomorrow, because, okay, I'm rambling. So, some more stories on Blue Jay. My mother's ex. We just don't talk about him. But he is a very paranoid person, and he does have reason to be, but anyway. So, one day, he saw Blue Jay, but he doesn't believe in that stuff, so he thought that there was actually someone in the house, and that one of us had actually snuck some man into the house. Why would we... Anyway. And he was so serious. He was like, I swear to God, there's someone else in this house. He's wearing blue. My mother is trying to, like... get him to realize that there is no one else in the house. It is just us. Although I wasn't living with her at the time, so I can't say if that story is 100% true. Maybe I'll have to interview her one day. Great YouTube video. Also, apparently he liked to mess around, or mess with, my mother's ex, and he liked to move things around, and things would go missing. And he would move things just the slightest bit, in their closet. And he would actually think that someone kept going or getting into the house, or that it was one of us, household members, messing with him. Every single time that happened, I just tried not to laugh if I were to be in front of him. But in my head, I am laughing my ass off. Because I know who did it, and I know he enjoys messing with him. I kind of sort of enjoyed it too, but I didn't have to do the work. So there were a couple of times where I tried getting in contact with him through, K2 meters, spirit boxes, but I felt like I wasn't getting anything. it's either that or I just wasn't trusting myself, because when it comes to the spirit box, I don't have, I forget what it's called, but it's like this whole separate box where it takes away all the static and it plays it backwards so you can actually hear words on what they're actually saying. You don't have to sit there and try and guess. But there's also so many other spirits in the house that I didn't know who I was talking to, or I didn't know who was touching my K2 meter. So I tried that a couple of times and then I gave up and I was like, I'm just gonna go with my gut, because my gut, unfortunately and fortunately, is always right. So yeah, we just gonna go with the classic gut. Guys, I look like shit. What is this red mark on my face? Like, oh, maybe it's because I was doing my skincare earlier. My face, I don't know about you guys, but my face gets really, really red after my skincare. Random ranting again. Anyways, so towards the end of the time when my mother, my brother, and I were living in that townhouse, I wasn't really picking up anything because I was extremely distracted on other negative physical world things. But I felt kind of bad because for all I know, he might be stuck there. And the one person who was able to see him pretty much whenever and mostly understand what he was trying to say is gone. That's got to be setting for the spiritual world. If they're stuck in one place, they find a really nice person and then life happens and they can't communicate with them anymore. That's got to be so lonely. Oh my god. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just started feeling so bad. I was like, it's gotta be like a friend moving away, you know? Or maybe not. Maybe he didn't think of me as a friend and just realized that I was able to see him and it was just that. Maybe he didn't like me. We'll never know, I guess. I don't feel him anymore, so I'm assuming he's still there. That's fine. I'm sure I have many attachments as it is, so yeah. Okay. It's been 20 minutes since I've sat here and I started recording. I'm gonna have to cut a lot out because I'm just like, what? So, it might be a long video, might be a short video. Who knows? Future Sky will know tomorrow when she edits this before Wednesday. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching it all the way through. If you did, go down there, hit the like button, and comment down below because it'll let me know if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy me in general. Go subscribe to me, please, please, that would be amazing. And if you do, click that bell notification so you know when I upload. I'm going to be trying to upload Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then all over again. That might change in the future, but that's okay. I don't really have a set outro yet, so I guess we're just going to figure that out as I go. And bye!